The labyrinth swallowed all. Innocents were stranded, sinners drowned in the depths, and damned vanished there. A great power was lost to man, and Mother Earth turned her back to the New World. Only the cursed king on his throne in the abyss remembers that golden age. Etrian Odyssey. Hey there everyone, this is Liferake, playing Etrian Odyssey 1, made by ATLUS in 2007. It's 6 years old now, so I guess there's something for that. And we're going to start us a new game. The options should already be in check, because this is my own save, so, you know, from my actual cartridge. One day, in a small isolated town of Etria, an underground forest was discovered. The Rada, governors of Etria, issued a proclamation throughout the continent, and that anybody who has half a brain and wants treasure should come here and explore the Exeter Labyrinth, and you have this goal of exploring it and getting everything you can. Solving the mysteries of the labyrinth. That is our goal, that's our objective, that's the entire point of the game, and that's at the base of all of this is the plot. There is more plot to this, but for the base of this, that's the plot. We get to go to the Exeter Labyrinth to find out its secrets. So, because we have nowhere else to go, we're going to go to the Explorers Guild and get some more backstory with this guy. I forget his name because it's been a while, and he's probably going to tell us his name later, or we're going to find out later. And he's going to tell us that there's lots of newbies that we can pick from, and that we should probably figure out what name we want, because if it's not good, then people are going to be kind of weirded out. And of course, as always, this is always going to be for Zarian, and no other guild. Yes, Zarian, and now that we've got a guild, we'll need adventurers. Of course, you can go into Labyrinth by yourself. That's kind of stupid. But if you got this, and if you got some guts, you can register yourself, which I won't do for a while. More adventurers means more options and less of a chance to die. Think about it for a while and make sure you register a variety of classes to your guild. Now there's 6 classes. Well, after we name the first one, we can figure out what these 6 classes are that are available to us at the start. Or is it 7? It's 7. Yeah, I know how to count. So essentially, you pick one of each class, and you have to exclude 2, which means you can't get the full 6, full power, everything. You have to exclude something. So, like, if you don't pick the Alchemist, you're not going to have very many ways of inflicting elemental damage. If you don't include the Troubadour, you're not going to be able to buff yourself. If you don't include the Medic, you're not going to be able to heal yourself, unless you use the Protector's healing skills, and that's not very great. And amongst other things, if you don't bring a Dark Hunter, you won't be able to bind things easily. If you don't bring Survivalist, things could be harder. I'm not going to bring the Survivalist. The 2 classes I'm going to sacrifice are the Survivalist and the Alchemist. We're going to go on without them. So instead, that leaves my party to be Lanchnecht, Gandra. She's going to be main damage dealer extraordinaire. And we're also going to include Eric, our favorite guy, who is always going to take the center of the front row. He is, of course, without a doubt, going to be a Dark Hunter. And because you probably just heard the word bait, and if you have some knowledge about the Etrian Odyssey series, or Etrian Odyssey 1, then you would know that bait in this game is a sword-only skill. So, yeah. And lastly, in the front row, I'm going to use Ren. She's not new in my continuity. She was used in Neo 2 at the end as the protector. She's going to be this portrait. And then we have our back row, which is going to be our Medic and our Troubadour. So we're going to bring Flora the Troubadour. I usually like to have my healers act before last, so we're going to have to get Linda up here first. There we go. She's going to be our Medic in this one. And we're going to use Flora, which is going to be our Troubadour. Now, Troubadours have a little bit of problems in EO2, which didn't make her very good until the end game, but this time she's probably going to be useful the entire game. Now, this is probably a very standard setup. Hopefully, it's a slight variation on the cookie cutter that's usually known, and of course it's also very different from the builds other people have put up on YouTube, so that's why I wanted to try it out. So with that, we can formate them into the order I put them in. In the older Etrian Odysseys, I really do like to have 3 front, 2 back, because it makes it very easy to go down the formation and put them right next to each other. That's everything, and you're ready to get started? Yes, we are going to shake this town up like it was no one's business. Okay. And we're going to impress the world, of course, but first we need to figure out what we want our party to do. So we come over to custom skill. Now, thing you need to know, L and R do not scroll between the characters in this game. It's very sad, I know, but that does come in later installments. So we're going to have to get used to this being the oldest installment, we're going to have to get used to all the things they haven't improved on yet. Which isn't necessarily bad, but it gets a little bit harder to do some things. First, we're going to get swords up to 3 in preparations of getting Tornado at level 5. In this game, if you want to figure out what level you get something, you click A on it and it will tell you. Not very intuitive, I know. Over here we got Eric, and he's going to work on swords. I'm going to use a sword, Dark Hunter, because I really, really like bait. Bait is like my favorite attack in existence. So we need swords up to 5, and then we need attack up to 5 for bait. We're going to, on our way there, I think we're going to go ahead and get either Mirage or a Hypnos. I haven't quite decided yet. Maybe Nerve. Nerve isn't as useful, I would say, as Hypnos or Mirage. And when I'm picking between status ailments, Petrify would probably be the best, but it's a little bit expensive. That's why I like Mirage and Drain. Regardless, we're going to figure out what we want eventually. Let's go ahead and pump swords to 3. Over here to Ren, we're going to get onto his shields and stuff. I have been requested many times to not use Immunized Defender, because oh my god, is it the most broken thing ever in Etrian Odyssey? And I understand that, but it does make the LP a little easier if I use the 2 skills. And what I think I want to do is I'm going to get the skills, but see how long I can go without needing to use them. If that sounds fair, because when things start getting rough, and I think Immunize and Defender would help, I think that would be the proper time to, use Immunize and Defender. Or maybe, just maybe, probably just use Defender and not worry about, and try not to use Immunize the entire game, because Immunize is by far more broken than Defender is. So, we're going to see how I think about that. But for now, we're going to put shields to 1. We're going to leave these other 2 skill points to be attended to later, depending on what you guys think about what I just suggested. But of course, we're going to get Healer, and Cure, and Healer again. Not going to do anything else there. And lastly, we got Bravery. Come on. Do I want Bravery first, or do I want something else first? Think about that real quick. Hang on, what does Divinity require? Too much. Looks like we should just get started on Bravery and not worry about anything else. Solid. Alright. So that's the party done. Let's go over to the shop and figure out what we want from here. Yes, we do. Yes, you're the girl. And yes, we only new folk. Well, I'm glad we're doing business with you too. So let's figure out what we need. We need 2 Skrasmex. Because we have 3 sword users, and the staff would be nice. It depends. Depends on how the money looks after these 2 Skras. Well, we actually start with a decent amount of money this game. Let's start with 2 Skrasmex. That's 300 right there. Let's look into armor. I'd be a fool not to get leaf boots for everyone. 3, 4, 5, and the charge for the Protector leaves us with 190. We can go ahead and grab this staff. Let's get this stuff all equipped. Quickly grab that Skrasmex there. Leaf boot here. Actually, it depends. It really does depend on who has the highest attack. So we got 15, 14, 16. Okay, the Protector can go without a Skrasmex. It's really hard to read the text in this game. That's one of my complaints with it. Or at least it gets hard. Let's equip the Targe here, and let's get these leaf boots on everyone who needs them. And I think I will spend the rest on medicas, because those come in handy. Goodbye. Let's go over here to the hospital and buy some medicas. In this game, you buy medicine from the hospital. It's a little weird, but oh well, what you gonna do? Let's buy 3 of these, and that should do us some justice. Oh, yeah, 3, because we have money for 3. Let's get 3. Let's drop by the Rada Hall, grab the first mission, and then we're gonna call it a day. No soliciting! No going around asking questions. And that's very important for later, actually. This is the Rada Hall, thank you. Assume that, yes, we want to explore the forest and become citizens. Oh no. But you won't let us unless we do an initiatory mission to prove our worth. So we're gonna prove our worth next time, aren't we? And we get our map, get to work on that. And now go to the, and we'll go to the first floor next time. Well, hey there everyone, this has been Liferake. As always, I thank you for watching, and next time we're going to do some fancy shenanigans on the first floor. Thank you, and goodbye. Oh, doesn't default to yes.